Welcome to the South Texas Amateur Tour Podcast, The Power Hour, with your hosts, Travis Salkowski, Dustin Hassan, Casey Graham, Jason Bird, and Michael Dermanuelian.
What is going on, South Texas Am Tour? Welcome to the Power Hour. My name is Mike Dermanuelian. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Excited to be back. I'm sorry I missed last week, but shout out to the boys and all of them for holding it down. And man, ready to get back into it, guys. It's going to be a fun show, quicker show. Not a lot to talk about tonight, but we've got a lot of events coming up. We got a lot of things going on, and we're going to talk about it. So let's jump right in. Let's go ahead and excuse me. We're going to be missing Dustin tonight. We're going to be missing Casey tonight. The rest of us are all fighting with the allergies, and our voices are a little spent. But let's go ahead and bring out Jay Bird. Jay Bird, happy Tuesday. What's going on, buddy?
Merry Tuesday to you, my friend.
Merry Tuesday.
It's my favorite day of the week. But, it's hard to choose between my favorites, really.
I'm gonna have to lean towards like Friday. This is my favorite day of the week.
I know
it's a very basic choice, but it's kind of.
I don't like Friday because then it's the weekend, and I don't get to go to work, and so I get bored. So I like Mondays when I know I have a full week of work ahead of me. Monday and Tuesday, the week is new. It's exciting, new challenges.
I assume your bosses are watching the show right now, and this is why we're playing up the.
They are not.
They are not. Well, I know a man who is about to hop on here that I would argue is going to say Friday, Saturday, Sunday might be his favorite days. I think his favorite day of the week is whatever day we are hosting a tournament. Travis Salkowski.
That is exactly what I was going to say. My favorite day is coming up. It's January 22nd, and we have a sold-out golf tournament this week. That's my favorite day. Mondays are great. Tuesday evenings are better. Fridays are pretty cool, but this week it's all about Sunday at Olmos Basin. How's it going, guys? It is Tuesday, January the 17th, Season 2, Episode 3 of the South Texas Amateur Golf Tour Power Hour. Jason Bird, thank you for letting us know that you enjoy work. We appreciate that. Let me know. I'll send you some more emails. We got tons to do. That's great. We'll get that going.
He's got nothing to do on the weekends, apparently.
I sent like 50 of them today.
I know. I saw them. They were just rifling off. There was tons of tour activity today on the website and the store and all of that good stuff. MD rocking the Ambassador long sleeve tee. I love it. It looks great. I love the color. How are you doing tonight? A little under the weather? I know we're missing Dustin and Casey.
I got lucky the last couple of weeks. I was doing fine with no allergies. Cindy and the baby got absolutely hosed by it, and I was great. And then I said something. To you guys on Sunday. I'm like, I haven't had any issues with allergies. We're sitting at TPC in that weather in the wind and everything, and something must have hit me, and there goes my voice.
I agree completely. Sabrina and Kaylin are both sick right now, and I'm doing my best to fight through it. Maybe a little scratchy throat, headache, watery eyes, but it's cedar fever going on right now in the Salkowski household for sure.
Yeah, it's been brutal. I was on calls all day, and they're like, "You okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine. Feel great. Just don't have a voice."
No, it's not their business. Move on to business.
Yeah, we don't care about how you're doing. How's work going? Jason Bird, how is your week going thus far? I know you had some crazy Microsoft stuff happen over the weekend. How's that transpiring for you this week?
No, it's fine. Took care of it. Just on to the next thing.
Saving the world, one computer at a time?
I haven't. That's a misnomer about what I do. I always tell you I don't touch computers really. I haven't touched a computer at work in probably 12 months.
That's what I always used to. Bird's referencing. The tour laptop is, there's tons of Photoshop files and winners pictures, and my Google Drive is always 92% full or whatever it is. It feels like that. I joke around with Jason a lot. I hand him my laptop and say, "Hey, can you do you and just make this faster and smarter and cooler?" And he's like, "No, that's not a thing."
Yeah,
well,
and then he makes that face.
People who say they can make your computer faster are just selling you snake oil. I don't believe it. Your computer's dog shit. Buy another one.
Snake oil. I love that. Here are all the remedies. MD, I heard we have a rather clean, quick show. We've got some 666 preview, a couple events open for registration. And,
yeah, I think we'll do a couple of things. I think we'll talk 666 sold out event. Talk a little bit about that. I have a list of kind of some of my picks for each flight to watch out for.
Oh, I love winners picks. I love that.
I got that. Talk a little bit about stroke play, first stroke play event of the season at Northern Hills. The golf course is supposed to be in phenomenal shape. Excited to get out there for the first event of the season. That golf course is always a fun place to go have a stroke play event.
I love Northern Hills in the winter. Excited for full field at Olmos Basin. But this stretch right here, this first 4 events of the season with Monster Day, Mission, I thought Mission was great. The fairways and greens were awesome. I was actually down at Mission Del Lago today. Really like this first 4 stretch. Jason Bird put out a hell of a schedule for the spring season. Monster Day at Mission, 666 at Olmos this coming Sunday. I'm excited to hear your picks flight by flight. And then Northern Hills is a great venue for the first stroke play event. And then we go right into my favorite event at San Pedro. Yeah.
It's San Pedro and match play, which is just, such a fun event. We'll dive into that a little bit. That is open for signups, guys. It's already filling up. If you have not registered yet, go get on it. I can tell you, out of the names that are already signed up, I promise you 25% almost are new players to the tour. It's more and more people signing up, more and more people wanting to play. Match play is going to be a really fun event. It always is. And it's open. Go get on it.
Oh my goodness. Jason Bird's going to give us an update in a little bit about how many spots are left for the Northern Hills stroke play, knowing that the 666 is sold out. Northern Hills next event open for registration, and then San Pedro, and then this coming week with the newsletter, the 2 stroke play events in March at Willow Springs and back to Olmos Basin for stroke play. Those are going to open this coming week. So there'll be a mad rush for that. We forecast all of these events are going to sell out. Sign up early. Don't wait.
Yep. It's such an interesting thing. I know we were talking about it a little bit this weekend. When we were in the middle of playing golf, the trail put out their email and kind of announced our changes and all these things. And all of a sudden we had, all these new signups come in. We had people emailing us. These things are going to just continue to sell out, and it's all selling out quick. I mean, in what world? I mean, hell, think about even last year. Last year, we would never have even considered putting out March events in January.
I know, it's so cool. I actually was talking to Sabrina about that the other day. We were going back over the weekend. We were going backwards on the sellouts, and the San Pedro match play in 2021 had 61 of 64 players. That was the last event to not sell out. The February San Pedro match play in 2021. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, that is rock star. Thank you so much to the tour golfers out there. I mean, that is crazy. The San Pedro match play is my favorite event. I really love it.
Yep, it's gonna be a good one.
I love that.
And we'll talk a little bit about, we got to play golf this weekend. Travis, you got to play golf this weekend.
I know. That doesn't happen very often. We did get a chance to play at TPC on the Oaks course. Jason Bird played great with a broken foot. I thought he casually shot 1 under on the front 9. I thought that was great.
I remember casually letting you know, and your face being like,
I was very upset because it's been several weeks since I played. I've played one. This is my second round in the last 4 months. So I hit the ball okay. I hit lots of fairways. I did not hit a lot of greens. I only got up and down twice. And Jason Bird casually whooped my butt by a lot. By a lot. Yes.
I mean, you know what? The conditions, the golf course was in great shape, but the wind was no freaking joke. That wind was just brutal.
That wind was insane. Number 13 was 262 into the wind. It played 285. It was awesome.
So on hole number 1, we all teed off, and actually we all hit pretty good drives. And I think I had 171 left on hole number 1. And I'm like, okay, there's a little wind here. Let's play 15 right here. Let's add 15 yards for the wind. And I hit what I thought was a pretty okay shot, 40 yards short.
You had 40-yard pitch left, I guess.
Yeah. Yes. I hit it okay. I mean, that's how windy it was.
I remember thinking I had 2 clubs in my head. I had 156 or something in, and I had 7. And then you hit your shot, and I had 6, and I was like, I need 5. So I went and got 5 and barely made it to the green.
Okay, so let's be clear. Bird was 20 in front of me off the tee, and he hit 5-iron. 5-iron was the shot that I hit 40 yards short.
I'm trying to think. I think I hit, because I was only maybe 10 yards in front of you, and I hit. But you know what? I played great into the wind. I played terrible with the wind helping. Because I was just,
you got that low penetrating flight, right? The wind helps get that ball to stop a little bit.
I can put the ball up in the air, but it felt so much more natural for me to just revert back to just trying to hit stingers all day. That's why I was hitting the driving iron off the deck on all the par 5s and stuff. And I was hitting it as far as you guys were, just because I could keep it so low and let it run.
Yeah, I definitely had the into the wind figured out by the 3rd hole. But the downwind was so strong that I couldn't figure it out. And then it was battling the course conditions a little bit too. The fairways were a little bit more moist, and the greens were a little bit firmer. So if the flag was in the front and you landed on the collar, it was stopping. But if you landed on the green, it was rolling out. It was difficult conditions, to say the least. When we walked off at 8 green, and Jason was like, "Oh yeah, 1 under."
No, that was on 9. because all you guys were like piddle dicking around on number 9 and don't know what's going on, and I just casually hit driver gap wedge and made a putt, and I was like, "That's birdie." And all 3 of you turned around and were like, "What?" And I was like,
you
"Yeah,
made eagle on
were over there."
You hold out for eagle on 6. Like I kind of figured you were.
No, I mean eagle on
doing
5.
all right.
Yeah,
Eagle on 5. I
that
mean,
was awesome.
it was. I mean, I think everyone had something. Everyone did something pretty cool or something pretty good. Like that eagle, that hole out eagle in your round of golf was pretty good. Travis hit a couple of really good shots. Your bunker shot on, was it number 2?
My bunker shot on number 2 was definitely the highlight of my day. That was a good shot.
Sick
that was
bunker shot.
That was a good shot. That was a good shot.
He was super deep in that back bunker to a pin that was 2 steps off the back. So you get everyone reference.
So yes, on hole number 1, I was 40 yards short, so I clubbed up a little bit going into the green on number 2, and didn't need to club up. Yeah, didn't need to club up as much as I did, but I got it figured out. Can we pull in that comment from Aiken there? That's pretty. This one's pretty hurtful. No Casey Graham, no Dustin is like Golden State playing without Curry or Thompson.
We were just discussing this. Dustin has replaced us.
I mean,
well, listen, that was Bird's bullet point. Was only how we are now Dustin's B squad.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I'm just happy to be in the squad.
I was always a B student, so that's okay. I mean, it makes sense to me.
But I mean, whatever. What hole did Casey go driver par 5?
14. That was dumb.
And then we wanted him to putt his eagle putt with driver too. So, driver.
And then I was like, I told him, I was like, actually, we're on the same team right now. Please just do your normal putt. He blows it 30 feet by.
I actually missed the green from 40 yards there. Thank you.
Yeah, that was great. I didn't hit a single.
And again, thought I hit a good shot. I remember looking at Jason. I'm like, I thought that was good.
The only thing I could do this weekend was friggin' hit fairways. I was striping the tee ball.
Your tee shot was great. Your tee shot was great.
Tee shot was great. Irons were okay. I just haven't practiced hitting shots inside of 120 yards, so those were all trash.
What was really cool was the fact that it was fun and exciting to go play golf, to get a day where there wasn't anything else going on an off-tour weekend, and we could lay out clothing and go play golf and get a good warm-up session in, and then MD has the longest drive home afterwards, and then Jason, Casey, and I hung out afterwards and had dinner. I mean, it was a great day. It was awesome.
I do want to share my
Casey owed me dinner.
He did owe you dinner for the par 3. I do want to share my favorite story of the day, though, was Travis after the round.
Oh, this is great. This is terribly awesome. This is so me.
It was such a stressful 20 minutes. So we finished the round. Travis drove the tour van. And of course, it's just an old school key. It's not
single
on a
key
lanyard
by itself.
It's a single key. I mean, it looks like a cart key almost.
For those of you that know me, I have one rule, and it's don't take the key out of the vehicle. Like the van key stays in the van at home all the time. Like the key doesn't come out. It's just there. That way I don't lose it. The same thing with my truck, you know? And you just leave the key. Just leave the key in there. And that's okay. I'm sorry.
So we finished the round. Travis is getting his bag, going through, getting his shit, and he's gonna run over and drop his stuff in the van. Cannot find the key, and he's freaking out. He's just like, I cannot find this key. I don't know where it is. I had it. I put it in this pouch. It should be here. And keep in mind, like, we're at the cart barn, and he's got an entire bag of shit emptied out on the floor, and he's just losing his mind.
Yes.
He had run down to the van before we teed off to go grab something. So I'm like, dude, maybe you just left it in the handle or something like that. Whatever. Let's go walk down. We'll go see what's going on. We go down there, and immediately he can see It is not there. And he tries to unlock it, and he's
like I
panicking
thought
now.
maybe I left the key in the key slot on the van door, and it is not there. Like I could see it as MD's walking down there with me. Like you could see it 20 yards short that the key is not there.
And Travis cannot find it. Travis is freaking out again. I'm like, I'm gonna go through your bag. I'm gonna find it. I go through his bag completely, and he's in the background fucking pacing. Just like, God. He's like, you're gonna have to drive me home.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
I did say that. I look like you're coming to my place after all.
And he's just like, I put it in the side pouch. I put it in there. I know I did. This is ridiculous. He's getting all pissed off. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, he went to the thing. He came back. He puts it away. I'm like, could it be that simple? Like, is that really what happened? And I look in my bag in the side pouch, and boop, there's a key. 20 minutes, wrong bag.
I am
could've
so
just driven
bad
off.
at that. I'm
just driven
so
off.
bad at that. And Morgan, I love the comment about all the robbers and thieves watching the Tour Power Hour podcast. I mean, that is definitely our demographic. But I am not very good at keeping track of my personal things. I believe 1 year on a Tour Travels trip, Jason Bird had to turn around and drive 2 hours back to Sand Valley to get my wallet that I left in the men's locker room.
Yep.
But you see, like, but the key is, I will never lose my key because it's got a bunch of keys with it, and it's got a bright, fob that I changed out. Can't lose it. This is a key that is a solo key by itself, very skinny, like you could lose it so easily. You've got the dog air tagged.
I do have Buster Moon air tagged. Yeah.
You don't have the freaking key, the single key that you own for this van, air tagged to be able to find.
I know. Look at Jason Bird shaking his head right now.
I mean, it's insane. It's insane.
You guys want to donate to the GoFundMe page for Travis's air tags van?
I'll just never forget at Sand Valley. You're sitting in the truck. You're like, I don't feel good. Like, don't talk to me. I don't feel good. Like, whatever. You're doing your thing where you don't feel good, so you curl up in the fetal position, and then I just see you start.
No, we pulled into a gas station.
Because we pulled into the gas station.
Because I was
like, I can't find it.
I wanted like Pepto or Tums or something because I wasn't feeling good, and all of a sudden, bam, it's not there. And Jason's like, "Let me call Sand Valley." Oh, no, Casey called Sand Valley, and it was in the John in the men's locker room, sitting on the toilet paper dispenser. The senior amateur tour hour. Listen, it's okay. Let's got a lot going on, Jonathan Aiken. Thank you for watching, though. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate that. Definitely senior moments. I'm getting older. Absolutely. It happens. But that's a great story, MD. The point is we were out golfing,
The point is we were out golfing. I mean, I laughed just as much after that round as I did during.
Oh my God, that is a terrible feeling. I'm gonna switch the blame game here. I believe that happened to Dustin this past year in Kohler with a wallet, and he knows exactly what it feels like. He's not here, so he can't corroborate the story. But man, 11.
I don't
That's
understand.
That's a terrible feeling. God.
I don't go any. I feel like I just nervously tap it anyways. Where it's like left cheek is my wallet, right cheek's my phone.
Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
Right. Like I tap each spot. Headphones, keys, wallet, phone. Even just anytime, I'm always tapping to make sure it's there. And if it's not, then I'll freak out. I do not know. I mean, the casualness to which you remove your wallet and just forget it is crazy.
It's because his wallet's massive, so it can't always stay in his pocket at all times. Like most people's wallets can.
Yeah, it's only in my pocket when I'm standing or walking or moving.
Yes.
The minute I sit down, it's out on the dashboard or in the backpack or in the golf bag or in the like the one. You know what? This goes back to Morgan with all the robbers and the thieves. Listen, I mean, the minute I get into a golf cart, it's in the glove box. I mean, poof, it's in the glove box, and I'm on the driving range or on the putting green or on the chipping green or 100 yards away from it all the time.
I think it all should be like you have the big tote for the markers. In my mind, that should be your secondary housing when you go play golf. Like that's where my wallet is. That's where the key
I can't
is,
believe
that's
that
where,
thing was in his golf bag.
Well, it's not like it sits there. It sits in the back, and then he throws it in the big pocket just to carry it to walk it up, and then it sits in the back because he's going to match the color of the ball mark to his pants.
But he's got this big old like.
Tell me I'm wrong.
It's almost like a tackle box. He's got this big old like thing of markers.
It's like a Makita box.
So
he's got everything I possibly need for a round of golf. I mean, are you suggesting that's where I put the van key?
So he can match the color of his golf pants to his line. So he has this big old like tackle box full of Sharpies. I saw that when you guys were in the car area. I was like, he keeps that in his bag.
So yeah, I've got
it's like Doug Hawkins with the leaf blower in his bag.
Yeah, it's exactly what it's like. And the Sharpies are color coded like blues and greens, oranges and reds, pinks and purples.
Inspired by my organizer.
Which is
great.
Exactly. I love that. I can't believe you carry that in your golf bag is the only thing I can't.
Well, it stays there, and then it has. I mean, I am a high maintenance golfer. There's Band-Aids in there. There's sunscreen in there. There's chapstick in there.
But not the van key.
But not the van key at this moment in time.
Okay.
I love that idea, Jonathan Aiken. A fanny pack with the South Texas Amateur Golf Tour logo. I love that.
We're going to get you an air tag for the van key so Roberta can always be started.
On it. Actually, you know what, Travis? Go into the van. My GoPro is still in there. I need to grab that. Just take the freaking air tag that's in there. I know where you are at all times when you use the van because I'm tracking it because my friggin' my air tag's in there. So just take
that's awesome.
It definitely.
I have a 9-pack.
Yes, I
got the 9 or 10-pack or whatever it is. So I'll just give you an air tag at this point. Like it's fantastic. Okay, let's.
Well, now that we've used up 60% of our show,
good God, let's zoom through this. 666 Almost Basin, sold out event. How many players, Travis? 132, 130?
66 teams.
Yeah, 132 players, 66 teams, 5 flights. Almost Basin this Sunday, starting at 7:25 in the morning. Tee times rolling all the way to 1 p.m. It's going to be a great day. Awesome hole locations, awesome format. Best ball, scramble, modified alternate shot. This could be a really cool segment. Are we going to pick our prospective flight winners right now? Is that what's going on?
I have my top.
We're going to go through each flight?
I have my top 2. I have my top 2 for each flight. I went through and made a list prior.
Interesting.
If you guys just want to hear my list and comment, that's fine.
I mean, this is great.
Can I get odds? Can I get a money?
No. This is great. Do you know how like they pick the college football and then they put up records next to like caricatures? That's what we are doing from now on. We're gonna pick flight winners and we're gonna see if we can get some wins out of this.
So I'm gonna start in champ flight. We'll just start at champ.
Are we going gross or net or just bonus points? It doesn't matter.
I think it's just
bonus points. It doesn't matter.
Cash and checks.
I love it. Okay. Yeah.
So in champ flight, this is a new pairing. This is a new group that I'm excited to see. This is a Sean Vidal, Casey Graham team up.
That is.
I think there's some potential for danger there.
I mean, that is 13 and a half feet of pure freaking South Texas Amateur Golf Tour right there. I think that.
Speak of the right on cue.
There we go. I love it. I think that's
Thank
great.
You, Casey. That is team. We just lost Jason.
Did we lose? What? What did we lose, Bird? What happened?
Oh, fuck.
I think he's just
What's so funny?
the
Moving
perfect
on.
timing of that. Moving on. I had
I missed
Team
something.
Dahoyas.
I don't know what it is, but I missed something.
It was just a funny moment, Travis. Just Casey kind of sitting and waiting there for us.
Yeah, he was waiting for you to drop that so he could just bam it.
Oh, yes. My other champ flight pick, I'm interested to see the Tyler Pascal and Austin McDowell team.
I like that one as well. I've got my eyes on two solid players pairing together for the first time that I can remember and making their 2023 tour debut. I'm excited to see the fireworks from Bart Wilson and Dr. Patrick DeCosimo.
That was
think
also on my
Bart trick.
list.
I think
Bart
that
trick.
would be. I think that's going to be really cool. And then it's the spring season. It's the spring season, and I know Jonathan's watching, so it's really difficult to rule out Aiken and Hassan on the net side of that champ flight leaderboard.
That is very true.
Dustin is the defending spring champion, 6-time team member. Aiken's left-handed and has won an event at Almost Basin teeing off in work boots before. So they should bring some fireworks too. But yeah, you're exactly right. He's working on that though, Casey. He would say he's working on that. Patrick throwing clubs.
Oh, his 2023 resolution is not to throw one. And as far as I know, it's still going.
Well, we're only 17 days in.
I understand.
That's a
but
lot.
That is a lot of days. I agree.
That is
I
a
mean,
lot of days.
That dude, yeah.
And then Claudia Ramirez and Brandy Jo Newman in champ flight. I think that could be cool. And then of course you've got Brad Huey and Jason Sandoval. Ryan Wakeham is now playing with his dad, so there's another senior in champ flight.
I think every flight's kind of stacked there, but I was, like I said, I think Tyler. I like my picks. I think the Sean and Casey team up is super interesting. Austin McDowell's pretty damn good, and Tyler just keeps getting better and better.
Tyler's
if
growth.
we're using
Yeah.
You want to hear something
deadly
dumb about Tyler? Dude hit 124 club speed on radar the other day. Like his club head speed is dumb.
His progress and development in the last couple seasons has been awesome. But then his practice ethic is awesome as well too, you know? So you're exactly right. Champ flight is stacked, and just like always in this event, you know, best ball, 4 ball, right? Make a birdie, survive number 3 somehow, somebody make a par. You know, you've got an easy par 5 on number 5.
Survive number 3, number 4. Survive number 4.
What?
You think 3's harder?
I think number 3 at Almost Basin is the
we're at
toughest
Almost.
hole on
Never
the front
mind.
side.
Forget me. Don't worry.
Okay. You okay?
I'm in a
We
different
good?
world.
Okay,
Different
it's okay.
world.
We're here. We're at Almost
I'm
Basin. We're talking 666. It is January the 17th, and we're talking 666 at Almost. Yeah, and survive number 3. You know you have an easy par 5. We're talking champ flight now at Almost Basin for the 666 coming up in a couple days, Sunday. And then scramble, right? The meat of the golf course, scramble, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's the easiest chunk of Almost Basin is that middle. And then we talked about this a boatload last year down the stretch because we were there so much that the closing holes at Almost Basin, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Now you got to play 13 through 18 modified alternate shot. So like how coming down the stretch, Maybe a little rain this weekend in the forecast. We'll get to Jason Bird's weather forecast here momentarily. But coming down the stretch, an alternate shot is who can make one 15-footer for par that saves them going into 18. Who can do that in champ flight and survive and get those bonus points, because this is where we'll really start to see the point standings start to separate here at Olmos, and then with the first stroke play event at Northern Hills on February 4th.
Yep, absolutely. First flight. It's our first flight.
First flight. I think first flight is stacked.
Ruben and Greg.
I think it's Semlinger and Espinoza. I think that's kind of a given team to watch out. They're on a hot streak. I mean, they do everything together. They were just at a Spurs game tonight or the other night together. They're attached to the hip. Scary team. I think the DeHoy.
And they're gonna have matching outfits, right? They're gonna have matching outfits. I like Greg and Ruben, and I like
the De Hoyos team.
The De Hoyos team is strong. Sorry, I got distracted by Jonathan's comment there about Semlinger and Espinoza at the Spurs game. I like the Bob North, John Everhart is. Yeah, I like that. They were strong at Mission Del Lago. I like that. Jackson Wolf coming back again.
That was the Wolf team was another one.
Rick Perry bringing a different partner. Blake Smith isn't coming, so Rick Perry's subbing out. So we'll see that in the second notice to players. But man, I think first flight is stacked.
Another one, another tough flight.
Edward Canny, Mark Kacheski's a great pairing. I think that's freaking good. I mean, Austin Perryman and Kirby Gorzel is solid and strong for first-time tour players in 2023. I think anybody in champ flight can bring home bonus points, and I think anybody in first flight can bring home bonus points. And that's one of the cool things about the tour and how we break up flights and the equity across flights is when you sign up for a tour event, you legitimately have a shot to win every single time. And I think those two flights are stacked.
All right, let's talk about second flight. I think the obvious pick is Scotty Williams and Steve Roberts. Personally, I think that's a good pairing. They had a good start out at Mission. I see that team progressing well. Captain Kent, Robert Bender. I think that's a good grouping too.
I'm going to go with Bill Cohn and the return of Don Steidl. That's what I'm going to go with. That's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Bill Cohn and Don Steidl.
Casey Graham says Harder and Donofsky.
Let me say it again.
What? What, Jason Bird?
I said, it's Cohn.
It's Cohn.
It's Cohn.
Casey Graham with his pick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh. Apparently Scotty Williams said Monster Day was too easy.
I'm tired of that guy. I'm going to kick him off the Kohler trip if he keeps saying ridiculous things like that.
Oh my goodness!
Comments.
Scotty Williams I saw him make a Facebook post earlier today. 128 days.
Yeah, like 127, 128.
128 to Kohler. I think that's great. Scott Williams is a good pick. I'm gonna go with Bill Cohn, Don Steidl there. I also like the Harder Donowski. I also like Tom Nelson, Fran Fleming. That's my sleeper senior pick.
Okay.
I think in second flight there, I think the white tour tees give a pretty decent look at some of those closing holes that we were just talking about.
Yes,
So
I think that'll be super helpful. Let's talk third flight. Great.
third flight, great. Third flighters are people too. I love it. Third flight. I'm gonna go with Trace Davis and Michael White. I think is solid. Fresh off their Monster Day win, the Silva family, Zeke and Mark is solid. B. Spence and Rene Ubaye is good. Freddie Zapata and the return of Jerry Farias could provide fireworks and spectacular golf. Look at there's Scott Cunningham and CJ Gomez. Martinez's. There's actually 4 Martinez's there.
A lot of Martinez's.
I'm going to say everybody in the flight except Dermanuelian and Workman. That was my goal.
I was just waiting. I was like,
I know.
Screw those guys.
He could pick himself. Yeah.
That was. I mean, that was my team to win. That was my team. That was the text I got this morning from Joe Workman. He's like, "Are you ready to taste a sweet victory cookie?"
Oh my goodness. How do you pick against Toshiki Kawasaki after the Monster Day?
That's scary.
Yeah, only guys to get points, bonus points in Monster Day. You know,
I heard those guys were just draining putts all day long.
Yes.
If they get hot again with a putter.
So again, it's going to come down to making 15 footers or 12 footers to save par in the alternate shot. Alternate shot's tough. And then alternate shot is even more difficult in the winter when the greens are hard to hold and it's almost so it's firm and fast anyways. Yes. Wow. I think
that's another tough flight.
I saw Aiken comment earlier that he thinks it's going to be Micah Carroll and Jason Cross.
Yeah.
Coming out of the third flight. But I mean, here we go again. It's third flight. It's the fourth flight we've talked about, and we just rattled off freaking 8 teams. Right. I think that's the cool thing to keep hammering home is every time you sign up, you got a shot. The comments are just flying. Tough to keep up. I'm getting distracted.
And then speaking of alt shot is easy when you can read each other's minds. My fourth flight picks. Medina's coming off a win last week. But my top pick in fourth flight, has to be the Graphs. That is a stout pairing.
The Graphs.
I'm going to go with another golfer who played great last spring. I'm going to go with the team of Willie Nichols and Gerardo Llorente. Yeah. That's what I'm going to go with.
I like
just
that
because, one. Just because I was going to pick the Graphs as well, and you did it first, and you did it better. So I'm gonna go with.
Thanks,
I'm
Jason.
gonna go.
I didn't do anything.
I also think that Ernie Cannon and Brad Haddon is good. Brian Wynn and Sherman Winecki is great. Robert Johnson with David Falconer. They've had victory cookies before. The Medinas fresh off the victory cookie at Monster Day at Mission. O'Liven.
I think we've come to the same conclusion again. It's another. Who knows what can happen in this flight? It's got great players.
Yes, I definitely.
Teams. I think. The biggest thing that will affect this weekend is the fact that it's almost Basin. That course can certainly have its moments. Can certainly be tricky. We know kind of know what to expect. We've played it enough at this point, but at the same time, it's like. It still just can be a difficult course to manage around sometimes. So, and again, like you said, it might be one of those situations. We already know 15, 16, 17, 18 closing holes are tough. Alt shot is.
Yeah, I am really excited. And I commented earlier that I love the spring schedule. Like these first 4 events are awesome. And the more we get into Almost Basin here, I love the 666 at Almost Basin. We've never played a 666 there. And I'm really looking forward to alt shot down the stretch. especially as director operator here, just kind of sitting back watching, right? Not like MD or Casey or Jason or everybody else watching who's got to go out and play. I don't have to do that, right? I can just be like, MD, how bad was that shot that Joey hit? How does that make you feel? And then turn and walk away, right?
And then I have to just say, don't say anything about my partner. He's doing his best.
Yes, right. Third flight, great. I think the moral of that segment of the show is it's anybody's game.
It's anybody's game. Basically, if we're going to go through the list of who we think is going to win, it's literally anyone signed up at this point.
Right. I think
that was my takeaway.
I think that is the theme of the tour. Casey made a good comment in there. There are five women golfers in the field at Almost Basin this week. A couple in champ flight, and then three in fourth flight. I think that is awesome. That is excellent.
Yep. It's another great call out. So 666, 132 players sold out this Sunday. It's going to be awesome. Let's jump into the next event really quick, which will just be stroke play at Northern Hills. I think that is a really fun time. I love the stroke play events. I think Northern Hills is such a great track. It's always a fun time to go play out there. I think we've even seems to play harder for the field in general, which is interesting.
I think Northern Hills statistically, and Casey's watching on the comments right now, so he can quote me if I'm wrong here, but I think Northern Hills might be the toughest scoring average course in the spring season stroke play events for the last couple years. I know Jason doesn't have time to dissect all of that, but
I know it's been brought up that it has been statistically, yes, one of the tougher courses for the field in general, and that's which I think is super interesting.
It's been one of the tougher courses in relation to its rating for sure.
Yeah. So stroke play, I think that's a really good place to kind of welcome everyone back to that individual stroke play event. Northern Hills is, I really like Northern Hills. I think it's a fun golf course. You can definitely go low out there, but there are some holes out there that can be tricky, and sometimes it just comes up and sneaks up and bites you there.
Jason, confirm this that I'm not speaking out of tune here, but there's already triple digits signed up for Northern Hills. Is that correct?
I believe it's 108. Yes.
Yeah, my quick math got me to 104. But you're much more in real time on that than I am.
With 3 weeks to go.
Yes, so Northern Hills is going to sell out early. Northern Hills is going to sell out early. If it really is at 108, let's just call it 110 for easy math. That puts us at 20 spots left, only 3 weeks in advance.
And again, I think I would be willing to bet end of this week, middle of next week, we're pretty much near the end of it.
Yes, the big splurge on that will be at the scoring area at Almost Basin. By the time your round's done at Almost Basin, if you are not registered for Northern Hills, it's going to be cutting it close for sure.
100%. So stroke play coming up. That's on the 4th. That is going to be a lot of fun. A really good place to kind of just get back into stroke play, and then we kind of round out the first 4 events of the season. We go to San Pedro.
I love that. And that's the consolation bracket. That's the bottom side of the bracket. I love this spring schedule. I really do. I'm really excited to see the 666 play out at Almost Basin. And then I am super, super, super excited for Northern Hills. I love it. And that's when we'll see the point standings really start to separate. Yeah. And then the match play at San Pedro happens.
The annual Dustin Hassan San Pedro match play event.
Where is that guy?
What?
He is one so we were talking about this last week. He has back-to-back wins.
Yep.
A second the year before that, and a third the year before that. For whatever reason, he plays this event really, really well. And it came out on that show that Jason Bird actually won this event back-to-back years as
Jason
well.
won it back-to-back. Was it 2018, 2019?
It's one of my favorite events. I will not be at that one this year, so I'm a little bummed by it, but maybe next year.
And again, this is half the field size. It's 64 players. Like I said earlier in the show,
64 players, only 18 spots available
and
for the match play.
And there's a bunch of new names on that list. Like that's the other thing too. There's a bunch of unknown players out there too. I think we kind of have that to look forward to as well. Because I mean, again, it's nice to see. It's nice to get new players and meet new players out there, but also,
they're taking spots. Yeah, they're taking spots. So don't delay for everybody who's watching, who's played this event in the past. It used to start on Friday night. That is not the case anymore. It starts at 7 a.m. on Saturday morning, runs from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Saturday, turns right back around to 7 a.m. on Sunday morning. And the cool news is we're going to have the new Callaway equipment on the driving range for fitting and demo as kind of a tour exclusive with the new Callaway Paradigm on the second day of the San Pedro match play. That is February the 19th on Sunday. So we chose Sunday for a couple reasons. We wanted everybody to kind of hang out, and maybe if you got knocked out on Saturday, you could come back, try the new Callaway equipment, and watch the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8 kind of take shape around the Par 3 course. I love it. I love the live streams. I think it's so great. That's a great question, Morgan, and there will be 2 sets of tees for sure. Probably 3. There'll be black and white for sure, and depending on the yardages of that, if a third set of tees needed, we'll navigate that appropriately in real time.
And I mean, I was actually talking to Cindy about San Pedro, because it seems like every year that we've ever had match play that it started on a Friday, I'm always coming in from out of town. Like I'm always on a 6 a.m. flight to get back in time to be there for something. And Cindy was talking to me because I'll be out of town that week. I'm in Houston all week for work. And she's like, "Are you going to make it to San Pedro?" I was like, I get out. We're done in Houston like 3 o'clock. I'm going to get in the car. I'm going to have been gone all week. I'm going to have a secondary bag, and I'm just going to boogie down to San Antonio. And I'll be there on Friday night, and I'll be there first thing Saturday morning, and I'll just be gone for another weekend.
I very, very vividly remember an event when you flew in, you conceded
Mission 2019.
Yes, you conceded your first round match so you could be in the tournament. And that was the year of the infamous calf
sleeve
that Jonathan Aiken pulled on Michael Freeman. Jonathan Aiken faked an injury. He had the calf sleeve on the left calf. And then by the end of the round, it was on the right calf. And Jonathan Aiken beat Michael Freeman. And I remember Michael coming into the clubhouse, and I was writing his name down, and we were talking. You had just gotten there, and Michael Freeman was hot at this set. And the way Jonathan will tell the story is he'll tell the story that, yes, he had a left calf injury, but by the time the day was over, he was sitting in the passenger seat of the golf cart, so his right calf was getting sunburned. So he moved the calf sleeve to the right leg to stop from getting sunburned. But Michael Freeman comes in just hopping hot, and he's like,
just not happy.
Jonathan Aiken, blah, 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 Jonathan Aiken, who do I have next? And it was MD, and he was right there.
I was like,
he was standing right there. He's like,
"Hi, Michael."
Michael? And he just looks at me and goes,
Oh
I'm
my
hot.
goodness.
And he just walks off and then proceeds to go kick my ass.
Yeah.
It was just like,
Did he like point at
drove
you and
all
say
that way,
like
did
you're
all that
dead
stuff,
or something
gave
like
up
that?
my first round.
I think Dustin Hassan lost in the finals that day to Don Marcotte, I think.
It sounds right.
I think so. So Dustin Hassan
Don
in the finals.
Marcotte gave back some strokes and still slaughtered Dustin.
Yeah, that was Don Marcotte chipped in 5 times in 6 rounds in that match play event. I mean, that was crazy. But yes, I think less than 20 spots available for the Northern Hills stroke play, and only 18 spots available for the San Pedro match play. So that goes back to our theme. These events are going to sell out. Don't sit back, wait. Don't sit back and wait. Sign up now. Secure your spot. Give your chance to make these points and fly up the leaderboard as the spring season progresses here.
Yep, absolutely. And so that kind of takes us into the last thing we wanted to talk about tonight. Unrelated to the tour in points, but still a pretty big event that we've got some spots left for. And that would be the 2023 Tour Travels.
Oh man, that's
Black
a
Wolf
good
Kohler.
That is a good graphic right there.
We have some spots left.
I love that logo.
I love that golf course.
I sold two of them today.
Oh, did we? Okay. I was going off the email from the weekend. So
yes.
I knew we had some spots left, but we still have more spots left.
There are a couple single occupancy spots still available for this year's Tour Travels trip. We'll have paperwork and flyers available at Olmos Basin if anybody's interested. Otherwise, you can send us an email. It is in the last couple newsletters as well. The flyers there that gives a little bit more information about it. You can email us at info@stxamtour.golf for more information on this year's Tour Travels trip back to Kohler, Wisconsin. That is the award-winning short course at Black Wolf Run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that hole number 6, Jason Bird? 6 on the pass?
Number 6 where everyone
6.
drained a big putt except
Trav.
Keep up the good work.
That was another great day. I forgot didn't have.
I believe I shanked one on that hole.
You shanked one, then you pitched up. We're all sitting on the green. I did not have my putt. I didn't have my irons. I didn't have my clubs. I feel like every year I end up using your irons for at least one round at the Baz. But it's me, Dustin, Bird, Travis, Casey, all on the green. Jason, I'm like, can I borrow your putter? And Jason just looks at me and goes, this putter makes putts.
This putter makes putts.
Shut up, Jason. I was like, shut up. And I got like a 30-footer. And I proceed to bang it in the hole. Oh, Jason's like, putter makes putts. Jason proceeds to walk up, drains his putt. Dustin's on the other side of the world, drains a putt. Casey comes up, drains a putt. And Travis just
casually tapping for my 4.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's what happens. Just providing excitement for you guys is why I come along. That's what I do.
I mean, I've got great pictures of you at the Baz, modeling on the stones and stuff like that. Just like
you could definitely tell. You could definitely tell when I go sit off by myself and pout. It's just like
taking you guys nice anywhere again.
Someone got me that on a golf ball. I think I'm done taking you guys places nice. But yes, let's pull that graphic back up one more time. There are still limited spots available for this year's Tour Travels trip. Whistling Straits, the Straits course and the Irish course, and Black Wolf Run, the River and the Meadows course. 4 courses in the top 100, a 4-star hotel, world-class fine dining, and the best hospitality and customer service that you will ever have. All alongside your tour ambassadors and other tour golfers. I mean, it's the trip of a lifetime. We say it every year. It's the trip of a lifetime, and we have a more rock star trip the next year, every year, year after year after year.
Like something new gets added. You know, last year was super.
I look
fun
forward
just
to it every
because
year.
golf- No, continue. Or
Oh
was
no,
that
he
it?
was done talking. That was it. Yeah, that was it. That was it.
I mean, every year something new gets added. It was really,
Yeah,
it was awesome
I
last
look
year.
forward to it every year for sure.
I'm done. I'm done.
I love it. I was just on the phone with Dustin this morning talking about the logistics of getting there, and
That's gonna be that. We will be. I think we'll be doing live from the road because we're gonna have two different teams of vehicles driving, and we'll do some live on the road.
I love it. I love the logistics of the
caravan.
travel trip. I think it's. I
Give you
love
guys
it.
a walkie-talkie. We'll get a walkie-talkie.
Oh man, I think that's a lot of pressure. My vehicle can't go as fast as your vehicle.
I can't wait till I have my first Sprecher.
Sprecher, cheese curds,
Peanut squares.
I'm gonna be
Peanut
doing
squares.
I'm gonna be doing cheese
I
curd reviews
love
the entire
peanut
trip.
squares. I love. I think that's great. You said you wanted to do like barstool
That's like
pizza.
my bar stool is like my pizza reviews. I'm doing the cheese curd
We can
reviews.
do cheese curd reviews everywhere.
What is a barstool pizza?
Well, Barstool Pizza Reviews. El Prez does.
I don't know what that is.
Oh my god.
Well, he goes around and reviews deep dish pizza all over the
No,
country.
he goes around and reviews any kind of pizza and gives it a rating. I mean, I'll send you some links to go watch. Like I watch every day, but I'll send you some links, Jason. I don't know how you don't know this.
But we're gonna
well,
live
you
stream.
work.
It's
You
just a
work all
dude
day.
eating pizza.
Yes,
Your ignorance. You sound so ridiculous right now. You sound
Jason.
so
Wait, we're talking about a dude
stupid right
eating
now.
pizza.
Jason,
You
that's all
sound-
it is. Yes, that's what it is. Yes. And it's going to be a dude
You're
eating cheese
ignorant.
curd.
That's ignorant. That's gonna be a dude eating cheese curds.
This is going to be
Can I
a
be
dude
the
eating
dude
cheese curds.
drinking Sprecher?
Yes, the Sprecher at Sam Valley tastes
I
not
wanna be
quite
the
as
dude
good as the
drinking
Sprecher
Sprecher.
at Black Wolf Run. It's just a dude eating pizza. But yes, there's
What?
still limited
That's what it
availability
sounded
for
like.
2023 tour travel.
So much more than that.
4 top 100 courses, an award-winning short course, world-class fine dining, amazing hospitality and customer service, and who doesn't want to go spend a week in Kohler, Wisconsin with Jason Bird? I mean, it's the highlight of my calendar year.
I believe
something.
Greg Graff once said I was the best roommate ever. I believe he said that at one point in his life. It's true. I'm awesome.
I mean, who have I roomed with?
But yes,
That's a
we
good
sold
point,
2
Scotty
spots
Williams.
today.
There are free
We got
free
5
bratwurst and hot dogs. Greg Keogh's
Yeah, you
going.
don't have to
Morgan
go and
Graff is
ever
going.
eat. You never have to pay for food. Just eat the free brats and hot dogs. It's all
Yeah.
food included.
I mean, I'm gonna be golfing and on the toilet, but I mean,
Get
it's a good time.
Get the
The Kohler
included-
bat.
Get the included hot breakfast in the hotel in the morning, and then just switch right to pork missiles.
I fucking love pork
you're in-
missiles, man, right in my mouth.
They're so
You're gonna-
good.
You're gonna destroy the bathrooms. But the good news is that in Kohler, it is all the best Kohler product.
Okay. Listen, this is going to
Which
be
is-
my trip tip. 2023
Just the tip.
tour travels trip
tips.
tip. Tour travels trip tip.
How
I
about
love it.
just the tip tour travels advice?
I love it. I think that's great as well.
TTTT.
You're exactly right. This is feeding off your comment. It is Destination Kohler, Wisconsin, Kohler toilets. Everybody's used a Kohler toilet right now that is watching
Ooh,
for
bidet.
sure, 100%.
Ah,
Make sure you use the toilet in the
the
lobby
yes.
of the
Yes.
inn on Wood Lake.
Every time I flush a toilet that has a handle on it, I'm just like,
This is
Garbage.
Yeah, this is trailer trash. So
if I
that
don't
toilet,
have touchscreen
that toilet,
to take a shit.
that toilet in the lobby of the Inn on Woodlake is for sale on the Kohler website for
Dingy, baby.
$6,999.
When we were redoing the house here, I did show it to Cindy just to see if she would go for it. I was like, Cindy, I sat on this thing in Kohler a couple of times.
So amazing.
Change your life.
I mean, it is so amazing. And then the sinks, the sinks in the Whistling Straits locker room are also available.
Good call out here. Aaron Mulder.
Aaron Mulder.
Oh shit.
Aaron Mulder.
No. Where'd he go? He said no. Who said the showers? Oh, it was Scotty Williams.
Oh yeah, the showers in the room. Yeah.
I have a video. I remember the first time I went and I FaceTimed Cindy when I got there. I was like, Cindy, look at the showers.
Listen,
like
it's worth
her.
$2,500 just to take a shower and a shit in those fixtures.
Wait, and Greg Graff said that you were the best roommate?
That's what he said. I heard him say
Wow.
it. And then Morgan just says he says it all the time.
I thought I was a pretty good roommate. He never even complimented me on my roommateness
I mean,
2 years ago.
There can only be one winner.
Well, I'll tell you.
Just
I'll tell
because
you what I said this a couple
like the
episodes
spoon.
ago
Don't apologize.
when we were talking about tour travels. Destination Kohler is so rock star. I showered at the spa. I showered at the locker room at the spa. I showered at Black Wolf Run's locker room. I showered at Whistling Straits locker room. The showers in the hotels are amazing. The showers in the American Club are world class. I mean, you're exactly right. The bathroom experience at Destination
If
Kohler.
you don't go for
Top
anything
notch.
else, go
Top notch.
for the toiletries. Just go for the actual facilities.
Yeah, they're right. Yeah, great. The facility. Who cares about the facilities? Go for the facilities.
You will remember that toilet for the rest of your life. It's just that simple. And then you get to play some golf too. There's some golf.
Well, I'll tell you what, Aaron Mulder is watching. Aaron Mulder and Jerry Mulder, Mr. Reuter, San Antonio. I'll tell you what, Aaron, if I ever get one of those toilets, you definitely will be the only call to put it in for sure. 100%. Mr. Reuter, San Antonio watching. Aaron Mulder, good to see you, buddy.
But all right, guys. Well, we talked 666, talk stroke play, talk San Pedro tour travels. I mean, we got off topic all over the place.
I think those are the best shows. I think they're the best
Which are
shows
always
when,
the best.
when
I think we're
we have
perfectly topical.
we have this
I like
amazing
It's like that
we have this amazing
you get,
script
right?
and we do this pre-show warm up and then it just goes hard left turn.
Well,
So I roll into my house coming in hot every day, and before these things, and I sit down, I look at my message, and Travis says, "Oh, MD has a great script," and I'm like, "Oh, it's 8:25. I don't care. I haven't read it."
Perfect. Perfect.
I'm sitting there. It's Monday or if I've been terrible, it's Tuesday, and I'm putting the show together, and I'm trying to think, what are we going to talk about? You, Travis, and Tech. Anything you want to talk about tonight? All these kind of things.
I think the text message that I sent you back this week was like, whew.
And then anything else you want. I was like, perfect. Travis and I are on at 8 o'clock, 8:10, whatever. We're talking and just running through our different notes, and then it's everyone else converges, and then nothing.
And then it's just,
It's just
yes, hard left turn. But I'll tell you what. Jonathan's comment right there is great. This is perfect. Jonathan Aiken. My wife says y'all are dumb, but she still listened. This is the world of golf. This is how tied
Why does everyone's
in.
wife think we're dumb?
This is how tied in golf is to everything, right? We're talking about a tour travels trip to play top 100 golf courses, and we're talking about the $7,000 toilet in the hotel lobby. I mean, that's how detailed. Oh, look at the youngest viewer on tonight's show. Hi. Shouldn't you be in bed?
Golf. You like golf?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like golf.
Yeah.
Should you
Can
be
she hear
asleep?
us? I don't. She can't hear us, right?
Yeah.
She
you
can't.
should be
Yeah,
asleep.
MD's in the headphones.
Yeah. So So we just said hi back and she didn't hear us. I feel
She
it was
heard
wasted
you.
effort. Oh, she
Yes.
did hear us.
Could've
Okay.
And she's out.
And she listened. She
Yeah.
listened. Look at that.
Yeah. That is Parenting 101, MD. Congratulations. Great job.
Thank you. We got her trained pretty good.
Oh.
Oh, maybe not.
Well, Tuesday nights are kind of the scariest night because I put her to bed every night. 9 times out of 10, she's good. She knows it's Tuesday. She knows Dad's kind of not going to react if she calls. And if Mom goes in the room, all bets are off. So it used to be, Cindy used to sit in the room with her or would just have her for the entire show. And I'd walk out and she'd be like, freaking kid wouldn't go to sleep. This is bullshit. I'd walk out. I'd be like, Emma, go to bed. She's out in 5 seconds. Now Cindy just kind of leaves it like, oh, she wakes up. She's just going to go do whatever. So now she's sitting here at the desk writing her manifesto and waiting for me to put her to sleep.
Well,
Manifesto.
I think that's right on cue. An hour and 11 minutes sure feels great for season 2, episode 3. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll kick it back to MD for Around the Horn, and then we can sign off, I think, huh?
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Another great show, another busy night, lots to talk about. It's never a dull moment on tour, always stuff going on. So we appreciate you taking time out of your Tuesday night to hop on, watch. Thank you for the comments, no matter how mean they were. Thank you for just hanging out with us, having a good time, getting involved. We love it. Jay Bird, closing thoughts.
How about them Cowboys?
Trash. Congrats. You guys have finally, that's 36 playoff wins. You now have eclipsed Tom Brady in his total.
How about them Chargers?
That was pathetic. I saw
Aaron Muller's all about them Cowboys.
All about them Cowboys. It's all right. We'll let Jerry and Aaron have this week. You know, it's okay.
Yeah.
They got to play a real football team next week.
I did see a guy
with the lowest strength of victory. That team.
That one.
I mean, it's the Bills' year.
Hey, listen, I am on the.
It's never the Bills' year. They lost like 5 straight Super Bowls.
I'm cheering on the Bills.
I'm on the Jacksonville Jaguars bandwagon right now. I really am. At dinner over the weekend, Jason Bird was dropping that quarterback's stats over the last 6 weeks or so. And I'm on the Jaguars bandwagon right now.
They're kind of my secondary just because screw Urban Meyer.
You can buy his tear on Amazon.
And we're going to want to see comments from Aiken for that because I get comments on shit all the time from him. Travis, closing thoughts.
Tuesday, January 17th, 9:44 p.m. Season 2, Episode 3, coming to a close. Good luck to everybody this weekend at Almost Basin. Double points, real flight bonuses this week. 666 format, which means you got to close with alternate shot. My closing thoughts for tonight's show are, I hope everybody still remains friends after alternate shot at Almost Basin. Sign up for Northern Hills. Sign up for San Pedro match play. Limited spots available. Good luck, everybody, this weekend. I'll spend the whole weekend at Almost Basin. I love Almost. So if you see me on Friday or Saturday setting up, say hi. And I'll look forward to catching y'all on Sunday at the Basin.
Awesome. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Second event of the season. Points are going to start to separate a little bit. It's things are only going to get more intense from here. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of great stuff going. We appreciate you joining us here on Tuesday night. And we will see you guys this weekend. Y'all have a good night.
Thanks for watching, y'all.